is the fifth time that I have had the privilege of presenting the state of the city. Each has been an opportunity for reflection and focus on our best qualities and also our biggest challenges. Today, Omaha is strong by improving in nearly every measure by which great and growing cities are judged. Citizens tell me that they are confident and optimistic, and they are excited about our future. Our city is safer. More people are at work. Wages are up, and development is strong. The momentum and vital growth that we are experiencing requires the work and input of everyone. Parents, community organizations, employers, nonprofits and philanthropy, public and private employers, entrepreneurs, the faith community, and neighborhood groups. It takes the wisdom of the elderly and the energy of the young. We need those who won't give up on themselves or each other. We all share the responsibility to improve the city that we love. And through our work together, I believe we have a very promising future. We are benefiting from a strong regional and national economy, boosting the stability for which Omaha is known. We have learned and adjusted from our history and heritage over the decades. The industries we relied on when the city was young, meatpacking and transportation, are still very important to the city today. Now, however, we have a diversified economy with strong presence in banking and finance, healthcare, insurance, technology, education, and other important economic sectors. The perception about Omaha across the country is enhanced by rankings of America's best cities, and I never get tired of reading them. These headlines build momentum, and they help grow the Omaha brand. The popular crowdsourced review site Yelp ranks Omaha as one of the most up-and-coming American cities, and Omaha stands out as number 3. The Forbes Best Cities for Raising a Family ranks Omaha Metro number 7, citing our low cost of living and our high rate of home ownership. The Best Cities in the United States, published last month by National Geographic, list Omaha in the top 30. And one of the world's largest travel websites, TripAdvisor, rates Omaha among the top 10 destinations on the rise in 2018. But what's more important is how we see Omaha. How do we perceive the city that we call home? Our self-identity is strong, something vitally important for our city to continue on the path of growth and progress. Allow me to share some good news and some challenges about the current state of Omaha. Public safety has been, and will always will be, the primary responsibility of government. But I cannot imagine there are many more professional, capable, result-oriented police departments than ours in Omaha. We are a safer city because of the efforts of our men and women in blue, our community groups and individuals working with them on this common mission. We have an overall declining violent crime rate because of these great relationships. For the first time since we started tracking the number of shootings, that number fell below 100 in 2017. That was a contrast to just 10 years ago, when nearly 250 shootings defined our crime rate. We also had 30 homicides last year, one more than in 2016. While this is positive for our community, it's little comfort to the families and friends of those that we have lost. Over the past 5 years, the Omaha Police Department has solved homicides at an all-time high, over 80%, and that is well above the national average for a city of this size. The work to make our community safer, though, is never ending, and it's the most important challenge we have in front of us. Our investments in public safety are paying off, and it will continue. Just this morning, 27 police officers graduated from the academy, and 24 more will graduate in April, bringing our budgeted number of police officers to 860. We will increase that number to 900 in 2019. Omaha will meet or exceed the profession's gold standard of 2 officers per every 1,000 citizens. This year, we will complete our body camera deployment for all officers to enhance scene evidence and increase accountability. The 5th Police Precinct is underway in Elkhorn and is scheduled to be open next year. The new precinct will improve coverage, service, and response times. All of these steps are very important and have built a highly acclaimed police department. However, one of the things that I am most proud of is the way Chief Schmatter and his command staff and officers work with our citizens to build trust. One example of building relationships is the PACE program, Police Athletics Through Community Engagement. More than 10 years ago, the Latino Police Officers Association started a free soccer league with 90 players. The idea was to create good games to keep at-risk youth from real gang membership. Officers volunteered to coach and mentor, teaching the skills of the game and the principles of responsibility, sportsmanship, and teamwork. Each year, the program and its reputation grew, adding more players, more sports, and more coaches. This year, PACE will have 3,000 kids signed up for soccer, baseball, flag football, and CrossFit. The officers will tell you that they get more out of it than the kids do. They appreciate the opportunity to build relationships with the young people and their families. Many of the PACE coaches and the board members are here today. Deputy Police Chief Greg Gonzalez, Captain King Kanger, Lieutenant Kathy Cook Frazier, Sergeant Ken Fox, Sergeant Marcus Taylor, Sergeant Daniette Culler, Detective Tony Espejo, Bradley Frazier, and Taylor Haynes. Would you all please stand and be recognized? Help me thank them and also every officer and volunteer that is involved with the PACE program for their dedication to our city on duty and off. So thank you all. We are also making a significant investment in the fire department personnel and equipment. 22 new recruits will graduate in May. Our purchase of new medic units, fire trucks, state-of-the-art portable radios, a new station alerting system, and emergency medical equipment provides the best tools available for our first responders. Recently, Fire Chief Dan Olson announced a first for the Omaha Fire Department. He named the first woman as to the position of Assistant Fire Chief. Congratulations to Chief Kathy Bossman. Chief Bossman oversees the C-Shift and the Emergency Management Service Division. Thank you for your leadership, Chief Bossman, and the example that you set and your service to our citizens. Last year at this time, I was knocking on thousands of doors, talking to voters about their priorities. In every neighborhood, our citizens want to feel safe, and they want us to work faster to fix our aging infrastructure. And we are listening. In just the last 5 years, we have doubled the street resurfacing budget. We completed 63 resurfacing projects last year. And our 2018 resurfacing schedule will begin with 58 more for a cost of $12 million. A few examples of these projects are Lake Street, from 24th Street West to 40th Street, the Adams Park neighborhood, Vinton Street from 13th to 24th, and 24th Street from L to U, and also West Center from 120th to 144th. The complete list of the 2018 resurfacing projects are available today on the city's website. On May 15th, Omaha voters will have the opportunity to vote on bonds that will fund public safety bonds, street and sewer bonds, public facility bonds, and also improvements to our city parks. Voting for these bonds will not raise your taxes. Many of the projects are already included in our 6-year capital improvement plan adopted by the City Council. These bonds will help provide the local match in order to receive millions of federal dollars for the projects. I encourage all voters to learn more about the projects that are going to be funded with these bonds. The Capital Improvement Plan is available on the homepage of the city website, which is cityofomaha.org. And be sure to vote as you decide what is the best for the future of Omaha. We do remain challenged by decades-old policy that requires property owners to pay the total cost to rebuild substandard and unimproved streets, those that were not built to code, some dating back 50 years or more. As a result of street construction shortcuts many years ago, these roads are quickly deteriorating. Omaha has 300 lane miles of these unimproved roads. Last year, I asked a citizen advisory group to recommend a new policy. They presented a change that would be fair to all taxpayers and affordable to the city. But amendments that were passed by the council had the potential to greatly increase the costs and prolong the process through appeals. These changes did not represent this consensus of the advisory group, and I vetoed the policy. But today, we're now back to square one. The property owners still remain responsible for 100% of the cost. The City Council could approve a cost-sharing agreement on a case-by-case basis, but this is not a sustainable option. Our estimates show that it will cost $300 million to reconstruct all the 300 lane miles of unimproved streets. So I will again ask the City Council to approve a new policy. We will continue to improve our communication with everyone who owns property on an unimproved street. This spring, we will introduce a new tool on DOGES, which is the city's database and mapping source. The new Omaha Payzer Rating Lookup will provide detailed information about every unimproved street. Payzer is a system that we use that rates streets on a condition of 1 to 10. Coinciding with the new lookup page, every property owner on an unimproved street, everyone, will receive information about their street's Payzer rating. We will also explain plans to perform routine maintenance and the process of creating a street improvement district or a road maintenance district if they choose to do so. Another area of growth and progress is employment and wages. Omaha's unemployment rate right now is 2.6%, and that is a 20-year low. And while that's good news for all of us, it does highlight the need to ensure capable and high-quality workforce. The city invests in workforce development and training programs, including the Greater Omaha Chambers REACH program, re-entry, mentoring, truancy prevention, and youth job programs. We are the largest funder of the Step Up Summer Job Program, increasing our commitment to $1 million this year. And we fund Heartland Workforce Solution with $520,000. We are expected to announce this spring a new jobs program to help those who want to work but really don't know where to turn for help. These are often people that we see on our streets, the homeless and the panhandlers, looking for work and who legitimately need income for themselves and their family. Modeled after the successful There's a Better Way program in Albuquerque, this day labor program will provide a cash payment for a day's work, a free lunch, and access to resources that will help people get back on their feet. We will bring the dignity of work back to those who are willing and able. The work will be coordinated through our Parks Department, and the Salvation Army will be our nonprofit partner. Major Greg Thompson and his Salvation Army team are here today, and we are very pleased to be working with you, and we look forward to a formal start of our new program in a few months. Overall demand in our city for talented employees will continue in the coming months, due in part to the high-quality developments that we see all around Omaha and the construction projects that are underway. In 2017 alone, we issued 20,540 building permits for large projects and small for a value of over $1 billion. Among the most visible are a reimagined ConAgra campus that will provide office, residential, commercial space, and public access to a beautiful part of our city. Kiewit's new corporate headquarters in North Downtown. HDR's global headquarters at Exarban Village. Completion of the Capital District, including a new Marriott Hotel and Omaha's first entertainment district. Impressive medical and health education facilities at University of Nebraska Medical Center and Creighton University. West Farm, the 500-acre, $1 billion project at 144th and Dodge. Avenue 1 at 192nd and Dodge. And a project currently being designed that will create a new signature for our city. and I'm referring to the cooperative effort to reimagine our waterfront and the Jean Leahy Mall. This project has the potential to kickstart decades of growth in housing, recreation, entertainment, business, and tourism. After more than a year work, multiple public input meetings, we have a design ready to put forward this spring. It is important to acknowledge the work and the private support of those that were leading this project to create a lasting legacy for future generations. To the entire Riverfront Revitalization Committee, especially Ken Stenson and Moens By, you can be sure the city is your reliable partner. This trend of growth, development, and rehab extends to our neighborhoods and also our small business districts. And now we are beginning our third neighborhood revitalization. After the previous successes that we had in Prospect Village and in Deer Park neighborhoods, we have turned back to North Omaha. We will focus an area within the neighborhood Action and Fact, which is from Ames Avenue to just south of Wirt, North 24th Street to the North Freeway. We are working with the residents in this neighborhood to identify their priorities, and then we will start reinvigorating their neighborhood. We will also prioritize 24th Street in the heart of South Omaha Business District. The American Planning Association has recognized 24th Street as one of the country's 5 great streets. South 24th Street links Omaha's rich ethnic past to our present and our future, and it is truly one of our most unique spaces. The small businesses that line the street show the fruits of hard work and determination. Community groups provide essential services such as job training and tutoring. This year, we are going to repair the streets and the sidewalks, and we will restore and update the artwork, the sculpture, the lighting, the planters, the landscaping to maintain this inviting community space in South Omaha. This summer, we will also propose another annexation package. Annexation is important for the continued growth of our city. Over the past 5 years, we have added more than 27,000 people to our city through annexation, broadening our tax base by more than $2.4 billion of valuation. Quality air service and expanding airline flight capacity are vital to our economic development efforts. Our well-run Eppley Airfield just recorded its busiest year ever, serving over 4.6 million passengers. Omaha reaches 34 nonstop destination airports now. Has undergone major facility renovations, and our first international service to Toronto will start this spring. With growth comes the need for improved transit. Metro Transit expects Orbit, the bus rapid transit system, to be operating next year. And later this month, we expect to receive and review the final studies on a streetcar. This will be the completion of a federally funded study, another step to determine what the cost might be. This is not a recommendation, and it is not a project design. Our city's finances are well managed, and I thank the City Council for your ongoing ideas and support of our financial priorities. Our current projection for 2017 is a year-end surplus of approximately $10 million. And as required by the city charter, this amount will be directed automatically to the 2019 budget. This is our 5th year that we have had a very healthy end-of-year surplus, and that is a result of careful budget managing, expense management, and Omaha's strong economy. The sources for most of our city government's revenues, which are city sales tax and local property taxes, are strong thanks to a growing economy and a very positive real estate market. We strive to provide excellent customer service to the taxpayers, and we are always open to new and better ways of providing services. In early March, we'll brief the City Council and announce to the public our recommendations for our next trash collection contract. After more than 1 year of public outreach, including a pilot project, series of public meetings, telephone surveys, and hundreds of emails from citizens, we learned what taxpayers want. And they want a modern automated system with wheeled carts. They also want to expand recycling, and they want to maintain yard waste collection. So our challenge will be to provide the expected services at a cost that the taxpayers can afford. One thing is for certain, the next contract will be much more expensive than the current one. Access to information and input on decisions that affect our taxpayers are always an important part of governing. In addition to the new street planning tool that I mentioned earlier, we are completing a public GPS mapping system to follow the progress of our city snowplows. This real-time tracking system shows where plowing is underway or where it's been completed. Every plow on our street is now equipped with GPS to assure accuracy, and this feature will be live on the city's website next week. Recently, we introduced Warple. Warple is an Omaha-based technology startup providing live views of what people think. Warple is also a product which gives everyone a voice, and it provides a way to see how your opinion compares with the collective opinion of others. We have also created a new advisory groups to provide input in areas of special interest. The Military Service Advisory, the Millennial Advisory, and the LGBTQ+ Advisory are now busy at work. We have also just completed the application process and interview process for a Native American Advisory Board, and we will announce those members soon. The Active Living Advisory recommended that we study and develop a Vision Zero strategy. We have named a task force, and that work is now underway. Vision Zero is a strategy to reduce and eliminate traffic deaths. Already this year, 22 people have been killed on Nebraska roads and interstates. Vision Zero is a common sense goal that we all should strive for. And finally, later this year, we will introduce a new locally created and managed app for citizens to report their concerns. This will replace our current CitySource app. It will improve customer service and it will save the city money. It will be another service that is managed by the excellent staff I have on the mayor's hotline. Last year, the hotline handled more than 16,000 service requests. We welcome the opportunity to respond to your concerns, and we appreciate all of your feedback, like this message that we just received a few days ago. It said, "I was amazed how fast the reaction time was to my request. You really accomplished a lot in a very short period of time, and I want to let you know how appreciative I am." And thanks to Leslie for that message. And thanks to my staff that provides this important service. They're Kelsey, Brandy, Jacob, Anna, and Terry, and these are the good people who answer your questions and help resolve all of your concerns. Those that are here, could you please stand? It's always nice to put a face with that voice that you hear all of the time. I also want to share a thought on education in Omaha. While city government is not directly involved with the management of our school districts, we work together on many, many issues. The success of our students certainly determines their futures and also the future of our city. I'm very encouraged by the variety and the quality of educational institutions that we have here in Omaha. As mayor and an 11-year member of my local school board, I know this is a result of tremendously difficult work. I'm encouraged by the new leadership in the Omaha Public Schools and the stability that it will bring to the state's largest school district. I wish new Superintendent Dr. Cheryl Logan well. The city will do all that we can do to support the important work of our school districts. It is an honor to serve as mayor and to work with this council to make Omaha safer, expand our economy, manage our city's finances, and be more accountable to the taxpayers. Today's vital growth and our promising future is best revealed in our spirit and our determination of our citizens. Our challenges will be met with cooperation and the responsibility that we all share to make our city better. We can accomplish anything together. Thank you all for coming today.